All right, gang, I didn't think I was really going to talk about this, although it's all over the place, but KTLA 5 News is talking about it this morning, and I thought, oh, maybe I need to talk about it. And then I read something. Just want to get your opinion on the end of this story here, and I'll let you know when that comes. But I'm talking about the El Paso, Texas police officer who's been relegated to desk duty after disturbing video surfaced of the cop pointing a gun at a group of unarmed children and roughly arresting one of the boys last week. Now, this happened Thursday, July 5th, when the police responded to a call about a group of young boys trespassing near a recreation center in the western Texas city bordering Mexico of El Paso. The video, which was uploaded to a user's Facebook page on Friday, appears to show a police officer who's being unnamed at this time pushing one of the boys against a wall with his knee while the other boys taunt the officer and hurl profanity at him. Then you see the officer drawing his gun and pointing it, his firearm, at some of the boys who are unarmed, who recoil before the cop quickly reholsters his service weapon. Everybody's yelling at him, "Holster your weapon, what are you doing?" His partner then drags the kid into the street, and the first officer that had the gun now whips out his baton and begins screaming for the onlookers to get back before eventually pushing a woman and getting into a heated verbal argument with her, because this guy definitely does not need to be a cop. And I speak from education and professional experience. I'm not going to keep, reiterating my education and experience, but I am a little experienced. I know I'm not a veteran. I was never a veteran police officer or anything, but I did go through the training. And going through the training, I can tell you with some educational experience that this guy has anger management issues, which really hinder his ability to competently perform his duties as a police officer. In other words, this guy should be fired or go to anger management. That's his only options that I see. That's not what's going to happen. Watch. You listen. Here we go. So I'm going to let you read the story. The story in full detail and a copy of the video link are in the description box below if you want to go read the whole story and watch the whole video. I'm not done here yet, but you can do that, and I'm just going to skip through here for time. You guys don't want to hear me read the whole story. But 2 people were arrested, according to the police, including 1 minor and 1 adult. Sergeant Enrique Carrillo said this is a serious matter that will be thoroughly investigated. All the facts, circumstances, and events that led to the incident will be looked into. As such, no further comment will be made at this point. But there is another comment, which I'm going to go over, and I want to get you guys' opinion at that point. So they did say it will be thoroughly investigated, but I wonder by who. Is it going to be Internal Affairs? Granted, the children do need to learn respect. Granted, they do need to learn respect of their elders. I don't care if you like the police or not. We need to teach our children to respect your elders. But a kid yelling F you is no reason to pull a fully loaded gun on him. That's ridiculous. That's dangerous. And that's scary that this guy's walking the streets like that. Well, he's now behind a desk, which means he'll probably come back out on the street after the investigation's over. I don't know. Again, I'm probably being conceited. I digress and I move on. The unnamed officer has been on the El Paso police force for 4 years, according to KVIA. Assistant City Manager Dion Mack held a press conference Saturday and called the police officer's behavior disheartening. Dion Mack, the city manager, went on to say, "For me, that it was most disheartening is to sort of see the children labeled and just sort of see them sort of discarded, sort of." Max said, this is one incident, these are our children, this is our community, and I'm not giving up on those children. And although we had this incident, I am very proud to be a part of this community that I know values our children. Max said that she does plan to wait for the investigation to play out before condemning the officers involved. And she's right. Don't give up on children just because they're being disrespectful to the adults. We teach them. We lead them. We mentor them, our community. I'm not talking about just the parents, a community. It takes a village to raise an idiot. a child. So, it takes a whole community to raise these children. Let's not give up on them just because they're yelling F you. You know what? Hey, that poor kid, needs raising. He needs leadership. He needs mentoring. Something's going on in that kid's life that he's got to do that. So don't give up on them. Don't pull a gun on them. City manager's not done yet. So the city manager goes on to make another statement. We want to make sure that there is some resolution, and I do think it's important for the community to understand that the police department understands that this is very important, and the perception of our community and the way the police interacts is very important. And we can't draw conclusions until the investigation is done. Let me add something here, City Manager Dion Mack. We can't draw conclusions until the investigation is done. We saw in a video a police officer pull a fully loaded gun. Well, I don't know if it's fully loaded, but come on, what police officer doesn't walk around with rounds in the clip? Come on. I'm not naive to law enforcement. For years, I've been following law enforcement. Years. So he pulled a fully loaded weapon on unarmed children because they were yelling and screaming at him and surrounding him. Instead of saying, "Oh, kids, hold on, whoa, kids, what is the problem here? Hold on a minute, I'm doing something," and talking to them, he pulls a gun on them. But let's not draw conclusions. Never know. I don't know. I'm lost on this one. I want to hear from you guys what you think about this. Do you think we should maybe wait until the investigation is done before we draw conclusions? Or do you think that there is no conclusion? The guy pulled a gun on kids. I want to know news now, you Kaipa, wanting to hear from all of you. Let me know.